The Invention of Paper Introduction. Imagine a world without paper. No books, no newspapers, no printed contracts, no casual notes. Communication, record-keeping, and the spread of knowledge would be profoundly different, slower, and far more limited. Welcome to History and Inventions, where we uncover the stories behind the innovations that shaped our world. Today we're exploring a seemingly simple material that sparked a revolution, the invention of paper. From ancient barks and papyrus to the ubiquitous sheets we use daily, we'll trace how this humble material transformed communication, education, and ultimately, civilization itself. Chapter 1. Before paper, the early keepers. Ancient era. For millennia, humanity sought ways to record information. Early civilizations used what was readily available. We wrote on stone tablets, painstakingly carving symbols into durable rock. The Mesopotamians developed clay tablets, pressing cuneiform into wet clay before drying it. Ancient Egyptians harnessed the Nile's bounty to create papyrus, a relatively lightweight and flexible writing surface made from reeds, which became a staple for scrolls. In other parts of the world, parchment and vellum, made from animal skins, offered greater durability and reusability but were incredibly expensive and laborious to produce. These early materials were heavy, fragile, or costly, limiting the widespread distribution of knowledge and making large libraries a monumental undertaking. Chapter 2. The birth of paper in ancient China. 105 AD. The true revolution in writing materials began in ancient China. While earlier forms of paper-like materials existed, it was largely attributed to Cai Lun, a court official of the Han Dynasty. Around 105 AD, he is credited with formalizing and improving the paper-making process, using readily available materials like tree bark, hemp, old rags, and fishing nets. These were pulped, mashed into a slurry, spread thinly on a screen, and then dried into smooth, strong sheets. This method produced a material that was lighter, cheaper, more uniform, and easier to produce in large quantities than silk, bamboo, or even imported papyrus. It was a secret closely guarded by the Chinese for centuries. Chapter 3. Paper spreads east and west. 7th, 12th centuries, the secret of papermaking slowly began to spread. First, it moved eastward to Korea and Japan, where it became central to art, calligraphy, and official documents. The true global dissemination, however, occurred much later. In the 8th century, during the Battle of Talas 751 AD, the Abbasid Caliphate reportedly captured Chinese papermakers. This crucial encounter led to the establishment of paper mills in the Islamic world, starting in Samarkand and Baghdad. From there, paper technology spread across the Middle East, North Africa, and eventually into Europe via Spain, Al-Andalus by the 10th-11th centuries. This westward journey was slow, taking centuries for paper to fully replace parchment in Europe, but its cheaper cost and versatility were undeniable. Chapter 4. The Paper Revolution in Europe. 13th-19th centuries. By the 13th and 14th centuries, paper mills began to proliferate across Europe. The material's affordability and ease of production set the stage for one of history's most significant inventions. Gutenberg's printing press. In the mid-15th century, the printing press needed a readily available, uniform, and inexpensive medium, and paper was the perfect match. This synergy led to an explosion in literacy, the rapid spread of ideas, and the democratization of knowledge. Books, pamphlets, and newspapers could be mass-produced, fueling the Renaissance, the Reformation, and the Scientific Revolution. As demand grew, innovations in papermaking like the Holland beater and eventually industrial paper machines enabled even greater mass production. Chapter 5. Paper in the Modern Age and Beyond. 20th century to present. The 20th century saw paper become ubiquitous. From newspapers to packaging, currency to education, it was an indispensable part of daily life. The invention of the photocopier, fax machine, and early computer printers only increased its usage. However, the rise of the digital age brought new challenges. The paperless office became a dream, with digital screens, email, and cloud storage offering alternatives. Yet, paradoxically, paper remains integral for many purposes, from art and personal notes to specialized uses and, crucially, for its physical tangibility. Its long history reminds us of its enduring power and adaptability. Conclusion. From humble plant fibers and rags, paper emerged as a quiet, yet monumental invention. It overcame the limitations of stone, clay, and animal skins, fundamentally changing how humanity communicated, educated, legislated, and remembered. It fueled revolutions of thought and knowledge. Though the digital age offers new pathways, the legacy of paper as a simple material that revolutionized communication remains undeniable. What role does paper play in your life today? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If this journey through the history of a transformative invention fascinated you, be sure to like this video, subscribe to History and Inventions at History Inventions, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next deep dive.